we cannot talk about, let's say, scaling up without talking about the pain points, right? Because we have been experiencing a difficult year, a special year, which was really good to give us a lesson also on the pain points and how to overcome them. So would you have also some insights coming from your own sellers on the pain point they have been experiencing and how we can always improve their journey and their efficiency?
Yeah, I think the challenge with any sort of growth market is that it creates, some less discerning people out there. It creates opportunistic moments to take advantage of growth, and so when someone sees, a marketplace in terms of the internet itself boom so much, you get people thinking, how can I make money out of this in unscrupulous ways? So I think some of the things is just be conscious of that fraud, because it's going to protect you as a seller. It also protects the buyers as well. So from our side, we have to protect both parties, but it's equally important that we protect the seller,
yes,
because people will take advantage of both sides of the coin. And so it's very it's worth noting that that should not be dismissed. And one of the things that we've done to make sure that we provide some safety for the sellers and the buyers is we work with PayPal, because it then provides that seller protection,
yes,
should there be an unscrupulous buyer, and also for the buyer should there be an unscrupulous seller. I mean, obviously we take precautions to make sure we don't have bad sellers, but obviously it's very difficult to control more on the consumer side. So we take steps for seller protection and safety.
Yeah.
I think some of the other things is, as we expand, because we provide the ability for people to transact on a marketplace, people don't necessarily need to have some of the technology that you might normally have to have, yes, as well. And so that makes it easier for people to react quickly to the market, to the demand, and so our ability to sort of do work with them and even manually upload some of their listings and make sure that they're all represented on the site in a meaningful way, all helps towards enabling people in such times of growth to sort of work with the growth and then gradually figure things out for themselves, as you ultimately have to figure out, yeah, how do you cope with it on a long-term basis. But those would be some of the key things that we do, and the other piece is that sort of that safety in the knowledge that we're not there to compete with them, right? Which I think is equally important. That as a seller, you want to go somewhere and you want to know that that somewhere you're on has equal interest, which is your success, right? And making sure that they're aligned. And at the end of the day, for us, we're all about the retailer, because their success is ultimately our success. So I think that's equally as important to understand.
Yes, indeed. So putting sellers at the heart of everything that we do, providing safety, providing insurance, removing complexity. I think these are the
Those are the keys. They're the keys, without a shadow.
Yeah, for today. Yes.
Especially when you're new to an industry and it's something that you've been operating for a while, and some will be just straight into the e-commerce, and even then they might be building a new business. But even when you're slightly established, there's always new learning, and yes, having sort of the ability to do things simply and learn, right? It's not, you're not necessarily an expert as soon as you start something. So, being able to learn, what works, what doesn't work, and having partners like ourselves, yourselves, to enable those learnings and to feel your way into success sometimes is equally important, as sort of just demanding that success out of the gate.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. It's a fast-paced environment full of innovation, of new technology. So us ourselves, we do need to partner with experts to be sure that we get the best piece of technology out there, covering the part that we are not covering, so we can deliver our best to our merchants. I think indeed that it's really key to enable growth of our merchants, goes through as well acknowledging that we are not experts of everything, but they are experts on the online space of each vertical, let's say, of the online journey. So people can focus on their brand and be sure that they have the right partner to cover the tech part, the sales part, the marketplace piece, and the logistics piece, for example, to be sure that they can do their best and concentrate on satisfying their own consumers and, providing the best product and the brands on the market. So it's all about an ecosystem, right? We're in the win-win situation where we are helping each other to grow and bringing our best on the market, and our best expertise, our best knowledge, our best experience, so we can all grow together.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I always liken it, and I say to my team, because it's the same as when you build a team.
Yes.
You don't do anything yourself. You hire experts at different areas, because people. I always say I'm a dangerous person because I know a little about a lot and not a lot about a little, and so it's important for me to hire people who know a lot about a little, and then as a team we are pretty solid. And I think that's where people can lean on a marketplace, because we're experts at SEO and SEM, we're experts at search. We are going to bring the consumers who are looking for your goods. We're great at doing that. That's our expertise. Creating an environment where people can find what they're looking for and feel safe. So facilitating safe payment and eliminating the challenges that fraud bring along. And then, but we're not experts in logistics. And enter, you guys. We partner with you guys because we know there's better people than us who understand logistics, and they're experts in that field. And I think you then have a more complete solution that will help you grow and hold your hand as you need to do that. So I think it's important to acknowledge what you're good at and what you're not good at, and lean on those other pieces that can hopefully do a better job and help you grow as a business.
Yes, indeed. It's a team game here, and we're all going to win together. I'm sure of it.
Indeed.
Great. Thank you very much, Mark. I think it was a pleasure to have you with us today, and it was really, really, really useful for our merchants to hear your insights and all your experience about the UK, about marketplace and the online space in general. So thank you very much.
And if anybody has any questions or further, this has facilitated any further curiosity, then feel free to reach out. We're more than happy to help if where we can on any of these sort of sellers and your customers. So feel free. But it was great to be on, and I really enjoyed the chat. So thank you.
Thanks a lot.